Hey guys, welcome to the next tutorial of ethical hacking and penetration testing via Kali Linux. So yeah, before I proceed, I'll just go ahead and close this Windows stuff. Okay, so I'll just come back over here. So in the previous tutorial, I taught you where our shadow file is. So I'll just go ahead and show that to you once more. Over here in the file system, you can go in the etc and just type shadow, and this is where our passwords are stored. And this is the one which is converted into the MD5 hash file. And everything is converted in fact, but we will only be interested in this one. Perfect. I'll just go ahead and close this. So in this tutorial I'll be grabbing the hashes of our own Kali Linux, which is quite secure, but still, no matter how much secure it is, it will still be it can still be cracked. There's a famous quote for that that's called as security to obscurity, and that's very famous. So you can just go ahead and search that, and you'll come to know exactly what I mean over here right now. So you can see the shadow file over here with the hashes below. Next thing we need to know is what type of hash the system is using. In Linux, I can go ahead to the etc and login details. So I'll just open this. So just to be sure, over here before I proceed, I'm assuming that we already have access to the computer or whichever we are trying to hack, and we are just trying to gain the password for that so that we could go ahead and gain access to it anytime. So that's what I'm assuming. In the previous tutorial, you can check as to how we can actually go ahead and crack something. So in this tutorial, I'll only be teaching you how we could go ahead and crack something, and I will assume that we already have access to the system. So since we have access to the system, I can go into the etc and I can go ahead and check the login period DEFS file. And over here you can see which exactly is the method of this specific hash file. So if you go ahead and scroll over here down almost half of it, you will see exactly which. Let me just scroll it down. Okay, so as you can see, we have the method over here. Encryption method is SHA-512. So now we know which, now we have the hash file and we have the SHA-512 method. We know that which encryption method is it using. So this is very important, as we will need to tell the Hashcat this information when we are ready to crack the hashes. Else, we'll have to just go ahead and use each and every other method and it will not work. So I'll just go ahead and fire up my terminal. Perfect. Okay. So now we come to the part where we would be going ahead and cracking the hashes. So now we know the basics of Hashcat as to what exactly hash is and how exactly it works. That is the login details. We know in which it is actually converted, which is the encryption method used, and we already have the hashes. Let's put these hashes into separate file. I'll just go ahead and name this as hash list. So I'll just go ahead and type cp /etc/shadow, and I'll just go ahead and name it to as hash period lst. And to make sure that they are copied over this directory, I'll just type more hash lst. And okay, so as you can see, we have all of the details over here that we had. I'll just go ahead and close this. But now, as you can see, it's only displaying half of the part. If I go ahead and click enter over here, it will show me everything, 52, 54, 56. That means it's showing the rest of the things that is included in that. So I'll just go ahead and close. Perfect. So to prepare this file for cracking, we need to remove all of the information in this file except for the hashes. So the etc shadow file includes the username, salted hash, and everything. As you can see, it uses the bin, sys, and UUCP backup. So we need to remove all of these things because we don't need that. It also includes the username hash, and we don't even need that actually. So in order for us to do that, we need to remove all the information, leaving just the hash. We can see that the file starts with the username, that's root and this file. So open this file in your favorite text editor. It can be LeafPad, Vim, or Vi. I'll be using gedit, and I'll be using hash period lst, and I'll hit enter. And when it opens over here, I will be going ahead and deleting everything. So now just go to the end of the line and remove the information after the hash that starts with the colon. So I'll just go ahead and delete all of these things and this username as well. Perfect. So yeah, now we have a file with just the hashes and nothing else. So yeah, perfect. So in the final step, we can now start cracking the hashes. So I'll just go ahead and let me just edit it over here. And yes, we also need to go ahead and remove all of these things. Perfect. Okay, let me check. I believe this is something different. Okay, never mind. I'll just save this and I'll try to crack. If I'm unable to, then I'll just go ahead and delete this and this as well. Never mind. Let's go down and I'll just save it, and perfect. I'll close it. Perfect. So now hashcat, through hashcat we will go ahead and use a command through which I can go ahead and crack that. So I'll just type hashcat, and if you are unable to go ahead and crack something, don't be frustrated or disappointed, because that happens a lot of times. It just takes practice and experience to go ahead and use the perfect characters to go ahead and crack that. So this is the specific cracked period txt, and remove /st. I'll just go ahead and move it over here so that it will be clear for you to see. st, and I'll type /user share SQL map. Okay, perfect. txt /word list period txt. Perfect. Over here, before I proceed, -m, it -m800, it designates the type of hash that we are cracking, that is SHA-512. Over here, -a0 designates a dictionary attack. -o, it means the crack txt means it is the output file for the cracked passwords, where we would be going ahead and saving everything. Remove tells hashcat to remove the hash after it has been cracked from the hash period lst in our input file of hashes to user share SQL map txt word list, where it is the absolute path to our word list for our dictionary attack. So once the cracking process starts, we can hit enter to get an update on the process. When hashcat is completed, it will work and it will show you the screen like where hashcat announces that it has recovered all the hashes from everything over here of the work. So now we only need to open the cracked txt file to view our cracked passwords. Hashcat may be the world's best password cracking tool right now, so take some time and get to know it. It has many more features than I have just used right now, which has more advanced version. I'll just go ahead and select enter, and yes, just go ahead and hit yes over here. Okay, let's just file a directory. Okay, I should have typed hash period lst. Okay, now press enter for the status screen and it will start going ahead and try to decode that thing. Hashcat can crack many passwords many times faster than your CPU can. So if you have your GPU installed, that's graphic processing unit installed and up and running, then it will take much easier time for you to go ahead and install. So as you can see, the progress is 0.78%. You can just go ahead and type on hitting enter. So I have in fact a decent password over here. I won't even say decent, so it should be probably be cracked within few seconds or minutes, not seconds exactly. So let's see what it is exactly. 0.9%. It's 1.5% is over. 415 were planes and 415 were words which have been checked till now. Let's wait till this gets completed. It's 2% right now. I assume this will take a bit of time. So it contains a total of I believe 12 lakh passwords, I believe, if I'm not wrong. It contains 12 lakh words inside that word list, and the progress is this much, so it's still continuing. So by the time it is over, let's go ahead and check our txt file and what all passwords are there inside that. So it's in user share SQL map txt and word list. So I'll just go ahead and open this. Let me see. So it's still continuing. These many words have been tried and these are the total words. So my probably would password would be here. Let me check. I won't say which password it is exactly. Let me check if my password is already there. Okay, and let this continue. So, and just to clear you out, this is not the word list. This is that I have been trying to crack. This is the places where I will get the exact password. So let me check. A B. My password is abcd@123. So let me check if it is cracked. Okay, it will take much more time. Okay, as you can see, I have it over here. Perfect, it's 6%. BCD. So let's check. Estimated time is 50 minutes. That's way too long and I cannot actually wait to see that. So I'll just go ahead and check if I have my password. If it is there, that means I will be able to crack this password. Let's see. Search string not found. If it has ABCD. So we have BCDA, that means at the 1, 2, 3. So I should be able to crack this. So not a big deal for that. So if, and just make sure that it may not necessarily crack the whole password. Let's say for example my password is ABCD@123. It may only crack ABCD and it will show something like letter or some 3-4 words in between and then 1, 2, 3. The reason being that it was not able to detect what it was, or it was not able to let's say decode that was. It won't be very much hard to go ahead and ask for decode that if it's just like 3 to 4 letter word, because yeah, it won't be easy because we have already cracked most of the time. So you can just go ahead and try your luck replacing that text with something like 1 or 2 or ABC, any random stuff, and you will be able to crack that. So that is it for this tutorial. I won't be able to wait till the password has been cracked because it will take approximately an hour for us to crack. As you can see, the time is counting down and it was like extremely it was probably 1 hour when it started. Yep. So that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial I'll be continuing with the password cracking method, but I would be going out something with the theory and not exactly the practical stuff. So that's it for this tutorial. Have fun, guys.